my mom drove me to Odyssey Records, and I bought the show, the after party, the hotel by Jodeci.
Welcome to Message Reveal. Message Reveal identifies a vibe, a message, or a story told through lyrics of a song. Well, you guys, you know how I do. If you rock with me every Monday, you know I have a special guest. But if you're new to my platform, come find out what Message Reveal is all about and subscribe. So, as we get back to business, I have a special guest I've been waiting on, and I'm excited to tell you just a few things, and I only mean a few things about her. One, she's an actress, yes, and we're going to find out more about that. She's an artist, and last but not least, she's an author. So you guys, please put your hands together for my beautiful, and I'm going to say it one more time, my beautiful guest, Miss Anika Romano.
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Anika Romano is in the house.
I love it. I love it. First of all, I just wanted to say before we even get started, you wear your bald head so well. Like, I was like, get it, girl, and you're beautiful, and the glasses. When I met you originally at the Springs Preserve, I was on my way out the door, and I bagged back to come talk to you. And your beauty inside and outside just really shows. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to sit and talk with you. And then, you know, you guys, you know how I do. I said, would you come onto my podcast? And she said, yes. So that's why you're here today.
Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. The experience with you at the Springs Preserve was so wonderful. I couldn't say anything but yes. Like, your energy is just so beautiful. It just drew me in. I really appreciated it.
Oh, you guys, I didn't pay her to say that, just so you know.
No, she did not. She did not.
So before we get started, can you just tell my audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Well, my name is Anika Romano. I was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Wait, I didn't mean to cut you off, but we always give our natives, because I'm a native too, a big up. So, yay!
Hey, yes, definitely, for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I have 2 siblings, and I've been here most of my life. I only left to go to school, and when I came, there's no place like Vegas, period.
That's right.
I started out just doing like some technical work and some like customer service stuff at first. And then my cousin had a play, and the person that was supposed to originally assist her couldn't help her at the time. And she asked me if I'd be interested. And that's actually how I got started in acting. I didn't know that I could act at all, or that it would be something that I would even enjoy. But after that, I was bit by the bug. Like, I ended up loving it from there.
Wow. Come on, Spirit. See, that's what I say. Spirit will line things up just right, even though you explain it as, hey, you're filling in for somebody. But that was a hidden passion that you had nothing, or you didn't know about. And now once you got a little bit into it, you're like, wait a minute. I love it. So what was the name of the first play, and what role did you play, if you don't mind me asking?
So it was Is That Man Your Husband?
Ooh.
And it's a Miss Michelle production. And I first started out just assisting as like the stage manager, but I ended up memorizing everybody's lines. So I was able to like stand in for them during practices. So it was really good. I never knew that I would be able to memorize anything like that. Like,
really?
ever.
Really?
Yes, I can memorize lines like nobody's business. It's crazy. Like, I memorize my sides. Like, when I audition, I don't even read the side. I can memorize it on spot.
That's a gift. We're going to clap that up. Wow. That's amazing. Listen, it's so funny. We will navigate through life and we do not know what is deposited so deep into us until we tap into it.
Right. I agree. 100%.
Wow. I love that. So I love music. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Like music has turned me all the way out. And I say that to say this. Can you identify a song that has either blessed you, distracted you, or provided lessons? Now, before you answer me, sis, there's some rules to this. Are
Okay,
you ready?
I'm ready.
If you can sing, honey, I need you to sing your throat box out. Mm. If you can rap, I need you to come hard in the paint. You know how they do it, like they do it. But if you cannot do either one,
Mhm.
I need you to say it boldly. You know, when they say in the street, stand 10 toes down. That's
Yes.
what I need. I need to be able to feel it like, ooh, girl, I can relate. I know where you're coming from. So I'll go back to my original question. Can you identify a song that has either distracted you, blessed you, or provided lessons?
Yes, definitely. I would have to say that it blessed me and it also provided a lesson.
Mm.
And it was NDRE's I'm Not My Hair.
Oh, man.
And so it was it was one of those moments when I heard that song that I felt like I needed to do something to free myself from the issue that I had with my hair. And
Mm.
so I remember a very distinct situation happened. I was at Lake Mead and we were sea doing. Those are like the little jet skis, right? And so I had a wig on at the time and we fell into the water. Now, I'm a very strong swimmer. I used to be a lifeguard, so I'm a very strong swimmer. I'm about to drown in Lake Mead because I'm trying to make sure my wig is not going to come off before I come out the water. Right? Now, how crazy is this? You got somebody that can swim extremely strong. I'm a lifeguard, okay? And I'm about to drown in Lake Mead because of the vanity that comes along with just coming out of the water with my braids, right? Because my hair was braided at the time. And I started losing my hair at 28 years old. And I didn't know what to do because I had only had my natural hair because I just had beautiful hair. And I didn't know how to wear wigs. I didn't wear weave. I didn't know anything about any of that. And so having to learn as an adult how to relearn how to take care of your hair or to present yourself was extremely difficult. And so hearing that song after I almost drowned, I decided that it was a sign from God that I should definitely um, do something about that. And I shaved my head for the first time.
Wow. And how many years have you been wearing it like you?
5 years. It's been about 5 years.
Wow. So let me just say this. I have an invisible pew. They're back here. You can't see them. I can't see them, but you're speaking to someone right now, whether it's today, tomorrow, or a week from now, that has these challenges. And we know this is not an isolated thing,
Right.
that many women have this challenge, and you have, as the old folks say, you freedom by telling your story and choosing to cut your hair off and to show how beautiful you are, just like this. No, seriously,
Thank
because
you.
sometimes people don't know, or we put so many emphasis on hair. They've never, some women has never cut their hair short ever
Mhm.
and will never do it because they don't think that it's appropriate or appealing. But I love where we're at in the energy now. You're going
Right.
to see any and everything, and it
Yeah,
all looks great.
it does. Definitely.
With that, in that 5 years, if you want to change it up, do you wear a wig? Do you do little things here and there? Because I know you're completely bald, but now they got stuff where you can glue on and still be a total different person.
Yes. So about 2 years after I had been bald, I just got into this place where I was just so comfortable in my skin. And it was something or an experience that I had never had before because I had always had like self consciousness. And I was always like, I had always been a people pleaser. And so it was always about what somebody else thought or making sure I didn't offend anybody. And then I just got into this energy after I cut my hair off that was just so beautiful to me. And for me to like, I was comfortable being Anika. And so when I did that, I started I'll wear a wig today. I won't wear a wig tomorrow. The next day, my wig will be down to my ankles.
Go.
That 37-inch Brazilian wavy. So yes, I became very comfortable in my skin, and at that point, I was able to change it up like nothing. It was just like a part. It became a part of me.
I think you moved into the zone, mind your own business, I'm doing me. And you establish yourself there.
Right.
Now, if you don't mind me, let's tiptoe just back just a little. And you said something that I heard that I know some people may be struggling with. You said you were a people pleaser.
Yes.
If you don't mind me going down this road,
Sure. Go ahead. Yes, definitely.
if I may ask, where was your discovery when you realized I'm pleasing others and not myself? And what did you do to turn that around? Of course, we know about, you cutting your hair, but what was the catalyst for you to say, I'm not doing this anymore?
So the first part of that, it was like parts. It all came in like waves. It didn't come all at one time. I'm still a work in progress, which I'm thankful to God that, I can recognize that and that will always be works in progress, right? So I shaved my head first. That was like the first thing. That was a catalyst. And then as I started to get more comfortable in being bald, I started to notice little things like I started becoming more vocal,
Mhm.
and then I started becoming more in tune with what I actually wanted. Like, do I want to do this? Like, why do I feel like this? I said yes. My mouth said yes, but my body, my energy, everything else is like, no, it's screaming no, like, don't do this. And so I don't know if it was shaving my head that made me in tune with that part. However, whatever it was, I was so happy to have it. And yes, it was just gradually noticing that that didn't feel good when I said yes about that. Or I don't really like your energy. Like, why are we friends? I started reevaluating, started rethinking, started re-looking at people and how they were around me. And I'm like, our energies don't match. Or why do I always feel this way when I get around you? And so God allowed me to become more in tune with myself through the Holy Spirit.
I love that. Again, we're talking to the invisible pew and anybody else that when you say something, if your spirit is not in alignment, like you referenced before, you said you didn't feel good,
Right.
it just didn't vibe with you. That is a clear indication for your higher self from God, for whatever you believe in, that yes is not okay. It needs to be a no. So I encourage everybody, especially on this platform, to go in and find what works for you. And once you know who you are, you can cast your net and you can help any and everybody.
Yes. In a comfortable, safe space.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And thank you for being transparent with that because I believe when we tell our stories, it's just like testifying in church. Somebody is going to be blessed because you told the truth, honey.
Right. I agree. Definitely.
Yes,
For sure.
yes. So let's talk about you as a child. And I say this because we all get some money when we're a child, whether we're cleaning the house, whether we get money for birthday or Christmas, and we're like, oh my God, this is the artist or particular song. I need to get this. And it was without anybody influence, not your mama, not your sister, not your daddy, nobody. You was like, I'm getting this particular song. Can you identify a particular song that you had you were in love with?
What was funny, it was an entire album. And when I saw this question, it was funny because it meant a lot to me because my parents were very strict as I was growing up, and my parents were like a no nonsense. We were very strict Kojic church
Oh,
family, so there's no secular music like at all. And then so I remember I was about 16, and for the first time, my mom was like, you can buy regular music. I was like, I can buy secular music. Like such a big deal. It was a huge
Wow.
deal. And I remember the very first album that I bought, my mom drove me to Odyssey Records. And I bought The Show, The After Party, The Hotel by Jodeci.
Great.
That was my album. And it was such a pivotal moment in my life, like, because I remember my cousin used to sneak me music when we had tapes, right? And so she would record something like Brandy or D'Angelo or Tupac for me. And then she would write a gospel song on it and give me the tape, and I would listen to it in my room with my headphones on. It was so funny. Because I mean, who wants to be a teenager and you have no idea what they're talking about? They're like, "Oh, do you hear that new Tupac song? Who's Tupac? What is that? I don't know." So it was great. It was great. That moment was amazing when I got that out. When I got that CD, I wore it out.
I know you did. And shout out to your cousin for being dope with, like, I got to give my cousin some stuff so she know what's going on. So
Yes,
let's talk about Jodeci. I love me some Jodeci. I think Jodeci is the father of the bad boy look, but with those awesome vocals. Like, what's the guy, the young man? Dang, what is his name? I cannot think of his name. I feel like Jodeci is their father, because they had the leather suit, but their lyrics of their song was so beautiful.
they were.
Can you give me a lyric of one of your favorite songs that you can sing? Or you can just give me the lyrics because I believe you can sing. I'm just assuming. You can tell me, Hallema, no, but
Well, of course, I'm going to say no. No, I can't sing. So
I believe you can. But okay. Well, can you give me some lyrics from a particular song that you just really stood out? Of course, you love the whole album, but
let's see. From the show, The After Party, The Hotel.
girl, yes.
Um, Let me think. Oh my goodness. Let me think.
She's like, you put me on Front Street.
Regular. I mean, I can sing. I can definitely give you lyrics to a Jodeci song that I love, but
Okay.
just from that album in particular, right? Um,
Oh, well, give me a Jodeci song, period.
so Forever My Lady is probably one of my favorite songs
Come
by
on.
Jodeci, right? And let's see. Yeah, I think that would probably be the one that I would do. So let's see.
Okay.
So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. Oh my goodness. I forgot the lyrics.
That's okay. That's okay. What having my baby and it means so much to me. Now I'm going having a brain fart too.
Much to me.
Oh, see, you got to sing it because I just heard that. See, you'll probably do it better with the tune in your head. So I'm
Right?
gonna be quiet and I'm gonna let you do it.
Feel alive. Oh my goodness. You know what? It's gone. It's gone.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's listen, we flow, we're organic here. You don't have to apologize for anything. And I'm very serious. We just go with the flow. But you brought up Jodeci, Forever My Lady. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Albie Shore that actually wrote that song for them.
You are
Forever My
probably
Lady.
right.
Yes, I think so. But what a beautiful song. I think the bridge, so you're having, is that the one? So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. It's nothing more special than to raise a
Raise a
family.
family, yes. Okay.
Yes.
There's nothing more special than to raise a family. If there's any doubt in your mind, you can count on me.
Well, that's okay. We're gonna clap Jodeci up, okay? And
Oh my
and if you
goodness.
think about it later, just start singing or jump in and say something. Be like, "Oh, I got it."
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Yes,
Right.
Jodeci. I loved it. It brings me back, and they're still like amazing.
They are.
Yeah, amazing. Um, I'm just gonna go on this boat to the left. And the reason why I say that, so originally, when I asked you to give me some of the lyrics, I love how you came into that poet energy. You was like, I was like, oh, okay, we getting ready to get a poet. So one of the things I mentioned at the very beginning that you're a poet as well. Can you give us some energy, some background, how long you've been doing it, and maybe tell us what's a favorite piece that you have recited?
Definitely. Definitely. So I started writing poetry when I was 10 years old. It was an outlet for me because I found myself being really angry and I didn't know why. Well, I mean, I had an idea, right? But as a kid, it's kind of hard for you to be able to express, to your parents because, like I said, I came from a very strict background, a very traditional home that was like, they very, very much subscribed to that seen and not heard type of childhood, right? So you're 10, what you know about, stress. You're 10, what you know about love, what you know about, right? So it's always what you know about that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I just remember just putting the words down, just writing the words, writing the words. And then when I was in junior high school, my English teacher, we did a poetry assignment, and that's when it like became real to me. And I was starting to really put words together and really like think about how the poem made me feel and how to be more articulate with my writing and for me to actually be more vivid with that writing from learning that in junior high school. And it just has just always been an outlet for me. And I never really used it until probably like, I don't know, I was probably in my like 30s, mid 30s at the time. I'm 46 now. I was in my mid 30s at the time. And this young lady by the name of Sparkle, she was like, I was in a pageant and we were in a commercial together because of the pageant. And so she was, do you write poetry? Because I had did something at one of the pageants and she had heard me and she was like, do you do poetry? And I was like, yes, I do. And she was like, she had this forum, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I want you to come and I want you to recite or whatever. And so I went. I was so nervous. I was shaking like a leaf. But after I did it, it felt like acting to me. And I was like, and the funny thing is that I can memorize lines like nobody's business, but for whatever reason, it takes me forever to memorize my own poetry. Yes.
I was just getting ready to reference because you remember you said lines. I said it's probably a shoe in with poetry.
Not at
Why,
all.
why do you think that? Is it because it's coming from you versus somebody else? Can you
Yes.
give?
So definitely with acting, I'm not that person. And it's so easy to be somebody else. That's how I feel. I'm like, this is easy. I can take on these emotions, but then I can also take them off.
Mm,
And when we're talking about my poetry, that's like mine. That's my baby. These are my emotions. And, same thing with my art. These are mine. So it's totally different. I don't want you to judge it. Like, don't hurt my baby. Kind of like a
yes.
mom over their children, right? Don't say nothing to my baby. It's more like it's one of those things like, don't talk about my art. This is mine. And
Or like Erica Badu said, I'm sensitive about my shh.
I agree 100%. And that's how I am, very sensitive about it. And I think it's more or less because it really is a part of me. Like I'm sharing a piece of me with you, respected,
Yeah.
and
No,
that's what it is.
I definitely understand. I see how you did that really nice. You said respect it. Me, I would have said respect it.
Put some respect on my poetry.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Girl, that's a line. You should write one poetry. Put some respect on my poetry and give them why they should respect it. So
Right, definitely. That's good.
yes, ma'am. So let's navigate back to music. Really, we really music never leaves our bodies. Music is always an atmosphere, I believe. Whether you choose to participate or not, you go to the grocery store, you watch a commercial, you go to a celebration, you're at a party, a festival. I can go on and on and on. Music is in our atmosphere.
Right.
So I say all that, can you identify a song you've been singing all your life? I mean, you was popping to it. You was like, yeah, this is my jam. And then one day you was like, wait 1 minute. I've been singing that particular song all my life. And now I just found out what it's all about. Can you identify a song?
There are two songs in particular. This was funny. Um, I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world? I was like, girl, you've been singing this since the 80s, right? So it's Like a Virgin by Madonna, right? Like I was in first grade in 85, right? So why was I singing these words? And then Careless Whisper by George
Okay.
Michaels.
I love that song. So school me on what that, because it's careless whisper.
Whispers on the dance floor as the music dies. Hey, us fly. So
Yes, you did that too.
well, thank you.
What he said,
Um,
one last thing he said, guilty feet has no rhythm.
yes, guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. Should known better than to cheat a friend. The wasteless chance that I've been given. Though I'm never gonna dance again. The way I dance with you.
Come on now. Come on.
So
Yes.
it's about infidelity, and as a child, you don't know what infidelity is. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't know what being a virgin is, you don't know what these things are. And it's funny. So I'm thinking as a child, like, why can't he dance again? Like he still has his feet, like, but then to get older and you're singing the words, because when you're a kid, you're not really listening to the words. You
Yeah.
say them, but it
Yeah.
becomes audible, right? I mean,
Yes.
like routine, right?
Yeah.
And so because you just hear it all the time because your parents are playing these songs over and over again. And I was literally cleaning the house, and you put the music on Saturday morning, you singing out loud, all obnoxiously, and you're like, "Wait, what? What did he just say?"
Yes.
And then you start to like, "Oh my goodness, this
Mhm.
song is about infidelity, and it's about him, having to leave this person, and the reason he won't dance again is because he won't be dancing with that person. It won't be the same." And I was like, "Okay, okay, I get it, I get it."
Wow. I love that. I didn't even think about that. Matter of fact, I just sung that song 2 days ago because I love the horn in there. Da 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 da
Right?
da da da
That
da
music
da
break.
da. Do
Dun,
do do.
dun, 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 dun. Yep.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
I can relate, and I also can relate to the Madonna one. Two things. I interviewed a lady 2 episodes ago, and she used that as a reference. She was from Brazil, and she sung this song for many years, never knew what it meant until she came to America and learned English and realized what it was about. And she said the funny part was her parents didn't know either because they didn't know, or anybody else around them. My story, if you don't mind me sharing, I remember I was like a virgin. Ooh, touch for the very first time. My uncle was like, don't say that. And I was like, what? Why? And
Right.
he
Like,
never,
why?
yes, and he never explained to me why. So I just thought he was being grumpy, but I was respectful with his wishes and just stopped singing it around him. But oh, honey, oh, when you get older, oh, when you have some life experience. I was like, oh, no wonder he said that to me. So when we sing those songs, we look at the tone, the cadence, the energy of participating, and we don't know. But
Right.
as we get older, once you know better, you do
You
better.
do better. Yes, for sure. Definitely.
Wow, that was, you really gave some excellent ones. And when I get off with you, I'm going to go play the second one again, by what, George Michael?
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna play that song and listen to the lyrics real in detail. But he was confessing like he messed up.
Yes.
Wow, wow. So right now in this part of your life, when we all have our ups and downs, things that we go through, how do you get yourself straight? Meaning, what do you do to pull yourself back and say, I need to do something different, whether it's to go walking, watch a movie, listen to some music. How do you center yourself?
So there are two things that I love to do. I love to go to church. So going to church is like that reset button for me. Like the week could be like so hard, and on Wednesday, just knowing that Bible study is coming, it excites me. And then on Saturday, I know that at 4 o'clock I'm going to service, and it helps to like finish out the week, and it's like that recharge you need for the next week. So I love doing that like so much because it really, once you develop your relationship with Christ, it really does. You really start to find out about that whole peace that surpasses all understanding and having joy unspeakable. And I recently had an experience of that, that renewing of that. And it was so amazing. Like it felt like everything was falling apart around me and all hell was breaking loose and it was just mad chaos. But even in the middle of that storm and that situation, I was still able to have peace and strength. Like I still was able to keep my mind, and it meant so much to me every day going to church. It was like that whole, like I was holding on like for dear life, and I was just going to church was like really keeping me holding on by that string. And as I kept going, the string got longer and wider, and it was easier to hold on to, what I'm saying? And so the next thing I knew, my feet were back on the ground. So that's one thing. And then there is anime. Like I love anime. Oh my goodness. And just to sit down, and because I don't get a chance to watch TV very often, I prefer to read. So I'm constantly reading all the time. But every now and then I have a moment to just sit down and veg out and watch, just binge watch all of my shows.
Oh, nice. I love it. Okay, this speaking to my invisible is somebody that likes anime. Not only that likes anime, it balanced them out.
Right?
And you're speaking to them. I've been introduced to that world by my coworker. I actually went to a um, premiere a couple of months ago. I can't think of the name. And for me, this was something new. So I heard about it, but I just didn't quite understand it. This premiere that I went to, I was like this the
Yes.
whole entire time because they give such lifelike qualities to the character. And it's a lot of symbolism, spirituality that's in it, and all of that. I was like, wow. So I've been exposed to it, so I can understand why you like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Ultra nerd.
Question. How long
Yes.
have you been participating or viewing anime?
Mm, like forever. I'm gonna say probably like freshman college year, or maybe a
Really?
little like right before that, like maybe the end of high school. Dragon Ball Z had came out, and that
Yes.
was like my introduction to that. And then I fell in love with this anime called Gundam Wing, and Mark Zesky's is it my favorite character, right? And um yeah, just once I saw Gundam Wing, like I like Dragon Ball, but when I saw Gundam Wing, and then I started getting into card capture, and I started watching Sailor Moon, and then so it just probably since I was like around 17, 18.
Well, you a true fan, honey. You a true fan. That's wonderful. I love to expose different niches and different things on this podcast. So the names that you're mentioning, somebody that's really into it may tap in and say, okay, let me find out what she's talking about. So
Right.
thank you for sharing that piece. I'm going to talk about something that initially you and I talked about when I met you at the Springs Preserve. We did our little girl thing, but you also, and I mentioned at the very beginning that you were an author.
Yes.
And the name of the book is 24 Chapters, correct?
Yes.
Which I thought was super dope, but it's something behind those 24 chapters. So, can you tell me a little bit about the book and what made you participate and any other little bits you would like to add?
Definitely. So the book is called 24 Chapters, and I am one of 23 other co authors in this book, and each of us have a chapter. And it is a book about women that have gone through very tumultuous times, very trying times, very difficult points of their life. And they actually have been courageous enough to write about it, to share with someone else, to be able to help them. Because not only did they go through it, they have become triumphant over it. And they have been able to become resilient. And they have been able to, like, not only move on with their life, but actually make something so much more out of their life than they ever would have thought or could have imagined. And how I got involved with that was
Yes.
I I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Oh, you're a writer and I'm a part of this project. And so, maybe you might want to, I'll get you on." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And they met me at this mixer and they were like, "Oh, we love her energy, we love her spirit for sure." So they put me on. And I was super excited about it. But then as I was writing it, I wouldn't go back and read it. I was just writing it, writing, writing, writing. And I went back and read it, and all of a sudden, this fear overcame me and was like, "No, you can't do this. You can't put this out there." And this is not even like the worst part of my story, right? It's like it's something on the top, right? It's not even like that deep. And the fact that fear had I was overwhelmed and I was so nervous about turning in my chapter. And then I went back and I reread it again and I was just bawling my eyes out. I was like, you made it through these things. Like I remember when I was in that thing, I thought I was gonna die in that thing. And I didn't, right? And just
Oh, I'm sorry.
just the ability to look back on those moments and see that I have been able to be an overcomer. And then not only do that, but to have the courage to share my story so that somebody else knows that they can overcome as well, that they're not going to die in that thing. It is so worth it.
Mm,
And after I read it again, and my chapter is called Choosing Hope. So
wow.
anytime you have the opportunity, always choose to hope. Because if you don't allow your hope to die, there's nothing that you can't get through, like nothing.
Yes.
And so after I reread it and I saw that line in there to choose hope, I decided that I'm going to share this.
Wow. Well, let me say this. I'm thankful that you did because we would not be having this. Well, I would have talked to you no matter what. I probably would have said, come on and come onto the podcast. But the great thing is you get to share your story with women that may be in your spot or may be entering into that. And now they can say, this is not for me and I can overcome. Because remember, I said originally that music is just like a big testimony. It's
Yes,
somebody's perspective on things, and we tap in according to what our energy and our love is. So your stuff is a testimony, even though it's in a book, it's still a testimony to hope. And that
right,
hope gets you to that next level, correct?
Yes, it does, definitely, for
Wow.
sure.
Wow. So, how long has this book been out, and would you participate in something like this again?
So it will be dropping. We're just finishing up pre-sales right now, and it will be dropping on the 31st. Super excited. Um, the link
Of
is
this
in,
month?
yes, the 31st of this month. Yay. And the the process of working with multiple people is already difficult within itself, but so many, like it's not just one or two. We're talking about 23 other people outside of myself, plus on top of that, you have like publishers and editors and, just additional people that are added into this process. And it has definitely been a learning experience.
I bet.
And it has it has shown me that if people keep a positive attitude, they can accomplish anything with any number of people,
Ooh,
because it's not about the task in front of us. Is how we choose to come together or link up together to accomplish this task. And when everybody stays in their lane, like I know what my job is, I know what her job is, she knows what her job is, then nobody else is trying to get in anybody else's lane. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm okay with being Anika, right? Then there's like the amazingness of these women. Like they are so dope. Like these women are so dope. And just being able to like work with so many women all at one time on a project that required us turning things in, having deadlines, making sure that we had like things that we had to accomplish, and everybody was on board with the success of their sister. Like I'm doing this not just for me, but to make sure that my sister can succeed, or to make sure to see my sister gets through it. So I would definitely do it again. And it was a beautiful experience working with these women. And it's not 24 chapters is not just a book, but it's definitely a movement.
wow.
Definitely.
Um, I love that you talked about. I'm a big promote. I promote sisterhood. Now I don't put the men down because I believe we need each other. I'm not one of
Right.
those one anti men. That's not me. But
Right.
I'm a big pusher of women working together. And for you to have 24 amazing women that work together, and I love how you said we all had deadlines and we stayed in our lane.
Yes,
I got to say that again. Staying in your lane gives you the biggest benefit.
it does.
When you want to go over to somebody's lane, that's how car accidents happens.
Right. Yes.
So I'm just talking to somebody, invisible pew or anybody. Let's stay in your lane. And if you want to venture into somebody else's lane, go and ask permission, see what's out there, but do it with grace and respect and balance. How about that?
Definitely. Yes.
So I didn't. This is kind of a bonus question, but I do want to ask this just because. Can you identify a song that you use when your spirit is down? Because we all have challenges of navigating through life. And when you're by yourself and you can't depend on anybody else, what song do you put on and you was like, oh my gosh, this got me all the way right. I can get out the car or I can go to work or I can do what I need to do.
Yes. It is Firm Foundation. The song is just, when I tell you, it just brings me back like to where my faith is, like where I put my trust. And just the lyrics alone, it is, you know, I built my house on my faith in Jesus, right? And it doesn't matter what storms I'm going through, because I have a firm foundation, there again, there's nothing that I can't overcome. And just to hear those lyrics, rain came, wind blew, but my house was built on you. I'm safe with you. I know I'm gonna make it through. I mean, just those, I get chills. Like,
They're beautiful lyrics.
right. I mean, just the song is so renewing. It's like feeling like a wave wash over you
Mm-hmm.
because it reminds you that if you're built on the right things, there is there are no limitations. Like you can't even say the sky's the limit, like literally out of the stratosphere,
Come
right?
on.
Because my foundation is in the right place. And it doesn't matter what comes, what storm come or go. I'm always going to be in the right place if I remember where my foundation is.
I love that. It's so simple, but so expansive because we know everything starts from a foundation. Um, I know you mentioned who's the I can't think of who is the
The the you know what? I'd have to look it up.
that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, firm foundation. I love that. I think that's beautiful. And I love that you use that as your pick me up song.
Yes.
So I've been kind of holding out, but I need to talk about this because you are an award winning filmmaker. You didn't think I knew that, huh? Come on now. Let's talk about it, sis.
Wow, somebody did their homework.
Yes,
That's
honey.
great.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, yes. I love all things film. Like, oh, I love all things film, right? I get so excited about film. So acting was one thing, but then to learn how to go behind the scenes, that was it for me. That was it for me. When I learned how to film, when I learned how to do lighting, and when I learned how to edit, like it was over. It's like acting, acting what? No, I'm a director. I'm a gaffer. You know what I'm saying? Like I love all the things behind the scenes. Goodness gracious. I love it like so much. Like to hear about like new camera lenses. I get so geeked up. Like you would think that, oh my goodness, like to talk about a new lens, you know what I'm saying? Or to talk about like a shot list or putting together, your pre-production and just taking a story from paper and bringing it to life. Oh my goodness. I love all the little pieces. And then when you get to an editing room and you get to take all those moments and piece them together to make this beautiful project that tells a story, is just, I love filmmaking with every fiber of my being, like every fiber of my being. Oh my gosh. And so it is just like, I am, I, I love filming. I love filmmaking.
Listen, I'm feeling it on the other end. So, can you just dive down a little deeper and tell us what film did you receive the award, and anything that you are working on for now or have a future dream for?
Yes, definitely. So I won an award for this movie called um, That's Her. And it was my very first movie I had ever done. It was me and one other camera person. We used our iPhones. We had 3 iPhones that we filmed on. And my cousin came to me and was like, I have this project. I have this idea for a project. And he was like, I think we could do this. And I was like, who is we? He was like, me and you. And I was like, okay, okay, cool. I'm with it. I'm down with it. And so he just wanted to see his work come to life. And I'm super down for it. I mean, I'm everybody's cheerily like, woo, let's go. And so I watched the University of YouTube and I learned how to film on my phone. And it was crazy because my coworker, he was like my work husband at the time, and we're super tight still. And I was like, yo, didn't you say you just got some like gear for your phone to like start filming like nature and stuff like that? He was like, yeah. I was like, yo, you want to do a movie with me? He was like, for sure, you're my wingman, like for sure, definitely. So
Oh,
I was like, okay, let's do this, let's get it. So we watched some videos and I figured out how to put a shot list together. And then we got some actors together, some people that were willing to like work with us for free, like zero budget. And we shot it at my cousin's house.
wow.
And it was like, it was so fire. Like, we were so excited, like when we were done, because I didn't know how to edit. So at that time, I used iMovie to edit
Mm-hmm.
in because I didn't know anything about editing. So iMovie had the most videos on how to actually break it down. And it was free at the time, right? So I
Yeah.
used iMovie to edit. And just watching other films or just trying to pattern after those examples that were put before me, it came together and we were so excited. Like we were so excited. It was probably my artsiest piece that I've done. And yeah, it's called That's Her by LJ Love Jones. And
Where can we see this? Is it on YouTube? Where can we?
yes, it's on YouTube. I believe the Facebook page is still up. I'm not positive. But yes, you can definitely see it on YouTube. And it was such a fun experience. That experience was so fun. And
Oh,
when I did it, we submitted it to the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, which is coming up really soon, the 24th of April. And it was crazy. I didn't even have any, I'm not even thinking about winning, like at all. Like I didn't think
yes,
about it at all because I'm like, we shot this on a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way we're gonna win, right? But it was just the courage of getting it out there. You're like, yeah, let's just put it out
yes.
there, right? Let's just put it out there. We think it's dope. We put it out there. We went to the award ceremony, just to celebrate everybody else. And when our name was called, I was like,
You
wait,
shot.
what? Yes. At first, I didn't even hear them call the name. Like it was so like surreal in that moment. And then I seen him walking, and I was like, he was like, "Come on up here with me," and I was like, he's like, "Come on here." I was like, "Okay, okay, okay, okay." We were
Wow.
so shocked. It was crazy. We got best debut film.
Well,
So yeah,
congratulations.
it was wonderful. That moment was so wonderful. It was wonderful.
I think you're talking to someone that I am an energy girl. Anything you put your energy to sincerely, look how you talked about it. We were geeked about doing this. We figured this out. We did that. All of that collectively now has given you wisdom. So when you want to do something in the future, you have this experience base to tap in and get little nuggets and things out of it. I'm pretty sure now you even say, oh, I can do it like this now, or I can do it like that. Do you have anything that you're working on now or the desire to work on something?
Yes, definitely. Always looking to work on something. Um, I'm working on a web series, and I don't have everything in place just yet, so I can't say the name of it. But
Okay, it's okay.
I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be like mad dope. And right now, I'm
Okay,
just
I'm gonna
in.
put a pin. Can I put a pin in it?
Yeah,
So when it does come to fruition, you need to text me and say, Halima, I would like to come on your platform. Remember, go review your. I would love to have you on to talk about it and we can talk about some more music. Just so you know, go right ahead.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I would love to. I would definitely love to. I would like to put together a team of writers. Like I want this to be a collaborative situation. I want it to be like mad funny. And so I just want to make sure that the writers that I just want people that we can vibe off of. Like you'll say something, when you have that cousin or that friend, they know exactly what you're going to say next.
Girl,
I want that type of relationship with my writers on
yes.
this project. And I believe that it's going to be it's going to be dope. Like when it drops, I have this knowing that it's going to blow because I feel like it's just that dope.
Go ahead and listen. I'm saying it's just that dope, just by the energy and how you're talking about it. I think that is absolutely amazing. Well,
Thank
I'm going to
you.
keep my ear to the ground and to the phone so I can hear about this when the time is right. Because I do believe it is a time to be quiet about your stuff until
Right.
it's time to announce it. I think sometimes we talk about things too early and it's not the time to bring it to life, or not to say not to life, to the public, excuse me. So I'm
Right. Agree.
super excited for
Thank
you.
you.
Wow. So will your cousin also be participating in it again?
I definitely would like for him to. I haven't talked to him about it. Um, I did go over letting him know that I had some stuff in the works. So we're gonna get together and talk about it some more. However, I just want to make sure I have the time and the space for it because right now I'm really into like the whole acting thing. So auditioning and doing. I just finished a movie that's going to be playing at the Las Vegas Black Film Festival, and
Okay.
it's just going to be. I love, like I said, all things film. So the festival is a really awesome place for people to showcase their independent films, and to be able to have that space to be able to show your artwork or your artistry and not have to be some big name person, but to have someone celebrate you as an independent filmmaker, a person that is trying to break into an industry that can be extremely difficult. Is It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I love seeing all the people come together. They're all
Oh,
excited. We're all excited about each other's work, and it's just you got people loving on you. You get to see your work on the big screen. It was just to see my movie on the big screen was crazy. And then my second movie, we had a premiere to watch people's reactions to the things that I learned. And then my third movie to see the reaction of the person once I gave it to them, actually getting to this place where people are now like soliciting me for my work.
that
And
is
it's
awesome.
just, it's really nice to have that feeling. The feeling is undescribable. It's unmatched. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
That's wonderful. I love to hear that. I know people may have something to say, but I said, oh, I'm going to make a 30-minute movie or a 7-minute movie. And I'm always a big fan of Spike Lee. Um, I love how it looks like you're walking, but you're not. Just all the little touches that he provides. So um, I think it's a wonderful world, and I've always peeped my eye into it or go, wow, could I? Would I? Is it a possibility? So I love that you're talking about that, and I will definitely be keeping in touch, and hopefully you will as well to let
Yeah,
me know
definitely.
what's going on.
For sure. I could definitely do that. And yes, you can. You definitely can. Watch a couple YouTube videos. I promise you, it is when you find something that changes your life. I mean, to really understand that phrase or that saying, when you do what you love, you'll never work another day in your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would do this for free every day, every
Mm,
second of every day. I'm an artist in the truest sense of the word. I draw, I paint, I do poetry, I write, I act, I filmmake. I love art. Like it is the most to be an artist is, man, it's not like anything else in the world. Like to be able to produce beautiful things and to be able to be creative and to actually create like our creator, like to create something.
hmm.
It is just to see it all come together. It's great. I love it.
Well, Your smile tells it all. What this song say is written all over your face. Huh.
Yes, it is.
Yes. You don't have to say a word.
Yes.
Yes. What they say, a smile, a smile, a smile, a smile. But whatever. But your smile is telling the whole story. Okay. So I am so happy to hear that. I have been so amazed about, excuse me, amazed by the things that you've chosen to share and to be transparent with me. I so appreciate it. And also to talk about our music journey. But before we get out of here, I do have one more question, but I would like for you to provide to my audience any social media handles, anywhere they can get in contact or with you, the information if they want to tap in about your book. Of course, we'll put all these things in the description box, but if you can verbally give, and if you have anything upcoming you want to solicit people to come to.
Definitely. Thank you. All right. I like these parts, right? So you can reach me on Instagram at Voyagetoanika, and that's Voyagetoanika. And on Facebook, I'm Anika Romano, and that's Anikaromano. And let's see.
The book?
Yep. The book is in my bio on Instagram and on Facebook. So if you just click the link in our bio, you'll be able to go right to the website where you can purchase the book from the website. And yeah, that's where you can reach me. You DM me, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome. Awesome. We definitely always want to make sure anybody that view this can get in touch with you. So thank you for providing all that information. My last question that I mentioned
Wait,
before.
one more thing, one more
Yes,
thing.
yes,
The
please.
Las Vegas Black Film Festival. You guys got to come out. Oh my gosh, you guys got to come. It is
Yes.
such an amazing event. It's so fun. You can go to the Las Vegas Black Film Festival website, and that's lasvegasblackfilmfestival.com. And you can see all the tickets, all of the pricing for that event. And it is just, it's their 12th year. This is their 12th year, and it's been super fun.
Wow.
I love it.
Do you have a date when the actual event happens?
Yes, it's going to be April 24th at the Sun Coast. We start at 12 noon.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you reminded me. I'm gonna put a little note down, and if I'm available, I will be in the house. And just to be, I like to just see collectively a group that is on the same vibration to go and celebrate. That's always a wonderful thing to see.
Yes, definitely.
So, my last question, can you provide a song that would represent part of you or all of you, and you would dedicate this song to the world? Is there a song that you can share with us?
So that song would definitely be Firm Foundation. That would definitely be the song that I would dedicate to the world, because if everybody were comfortable in their skin, and if everybody felt loved and appreciated, if everybody knew who they were, if they knew who they were, the world would be such a different place to live in. I would be okay with you liking anime and not playing football. I would be okay with you being bald and not think something's wrong, but even if it's just something you want to do, right? I would be okay with you not being smart. I would be okay with you not having money. It would be a totally different experience. Everybody could appreciate people where they were at. They would love them where they were at because they have the ability to love themselves because they know where their foundation is.
Wow. Go ahead, girl. That was a sermon. That was a sermon. That was a poetry. That was a what do you call a testimony? All of that, all in one. Amazing, and it's very, very true, and it aligns with my platform. As I said again, love you. Be okay with your foundation, firm foundation, and then you can do all those really great things. Before we get out of here, I do talk about on my platform the journey and the destination. The journey is where we learn and where we grow. The destination is where we celebrate. Far too often, we don't celebrate who we are, and we don't get a chance to really feel the essence of what we've done because we're not celebrating. So you got to get in there and celebrate and have a good time. But, but when the time comes, because we can't be there all the time,
Right.
we got to get back into that journey so we can learn, we can elevate to the highest level, and then do the journey and the destination all over again. So I say all that, my dear. When I have the men on, I salute them. When I have my beautiful women on, I bow to them. So I bow to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much for coming onto my platform on a Friday and just sharing who you are inside and out and all around. And before I get out of here, do you have any last words you would like to share, my dear?
Just thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm always grateful when God allows me to have the opportunity to be able to share, because there's so many times that I have felt like I just need to be in the background, and it's what they say is hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? It's time for me to come to the front. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to the front. So definitely, I definitely appreciate you and your platform for opening up this safe space for people to be who they are. Thank you so much. Thank
you. You are more than welcome. And you guys, please thank my beautiful, and I gotta say it again, my beautiful guest. Put your hands together and thank Miss Anika. Thank you so much. And guess what? As I say to all my guests, I'll see you out here in our native Las Vegas streets.
Yes, I'll see you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, beautiful lady.
Thank you.